And good morning, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and this is Livin in Vegas, the podcast. Let's get the show started. Oh, I forgot to change that. Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Sherman Ray, and this is Livin in Vegas, the podcast. I'm your host, and just loving life, folks. Tell you the truth, I really do love life. I think that's not good. We're gonna have to move that over just a little bit. We just changed up the logo here, folks. So some of you just saw that. Hopefully you didn't see me move it. But yeah, everything is good to go. I'm your host, Sherman Ray. Wonderful day. These are actually, some of you might be asking, what are those glasses, Sherman? Well, these are actually my new glasses because I'm on the computer like all the time. I mean, all the time. And so my wife got me these new glasses, and they are supposed to be good for seeing in the monitor and stuff like that. I'm wondering how you like these. Okay, so this might be the new look, folks. A lot of cool things going on this week. It's Super Bowl weekend, which is big. It is also, this is officially Valentine's week. So officially, this is, I mean, the date today is what? The 8th? I can't wear these because I can't see. I'll put on my other ones. Literally, it's 5 days before Valentine's Day. So it's officially Valentine's week. You got a lot of stuff to do. Hopefully, you're getting some stuff out there for you all, sweetie. I know that I'm preparing things for my lovely Mrs. Ray. We've actually been married, and I know some of you have heard this before. 31 years. Yeah, 31 years we've been married, and she's long. Yeah, she's long suffering, folks. She really, she really long suffering, and yeah. So for us, it's a special time of year. Always, our anniversary was February 2nd. And so, once again, she's just a long suffering lady, and that's just the way it is. I want to welcome everybody who's on Facebook, and we actually are getting people on Facebook, and I'm going to look on both pages. So we have it on our Facebook group page. We also have it on our Facebook business page for Living in Vegas. And so I'll look from time to time, see how you're doing over there, see if anybody wants to say anything, and it's always cool just to have people online and just talking to me and stuff like that, which is great. And I answer questions, so I can answer your questions, that kind of stuff. I'm going to refresh my page on the group page because I can't actually see it at this point. All right, so we should be up there. We'll be up there any second, I'm sure. And so if you have any questions, definitely let me know what you're thinking. Hopefully you're digging the new logos because we actually got the logos up now. And they look really cool. I hope you enjoy them. We put this out, and we're going to actually be adding this onto our website. We'll add it onto our Facebook pages and all of our social media platforms. Yes, we're on social media. So we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're on YouTube, so we have a YouTube channel. We even have a Pinterest account where we put some stuff up also. And then we broadcast this show out every day. And if you want to get, literally, if you want to get on the list to see our updates, that kind of stuff, just send me an email. Really, you can do that. And I'm gonna see if I can put that up there right now without destroying something. And you can actually put it up there. Let's see if I can even find it. Let's see if this is it. Is that it? Yeah. So it's info@livininvegas.com. So info@livininvegas.com. I'll make that so you can actually see that a little bit better. And we will put you on a mailing list, and you can actually get updates of all this cool stuff that we're doing. And we do stuff all the time. I mean, we really do. As a matter of fact, we've got an event coming up that is called... It's called The Happy Hour. So it's called The Happy Hour Business Mixer at Tenaya Creek Brewery, 831 Bonanza Road. Our sponsors on that are Tenaya Creek and our friends over at Beers with Friends. That's Audrey May and Mr. Shapiro, or we call him Butterbean. So we're very excited about that. That's going to be February 17th, starting about 5:30 or so. And so that's Thursday. So that is next Thursday, literally next Thursday will be this event. It'll be our first one we're having. We'll be doing this event every other week. So yeah, every 2 weeks we'll be doing it. So I know people have been saying to do it every week, but you know what? There's so much stuff to do. I mean, just so much, so many things we could be doing, and you just can't do everything. I wish you could, but you just can't do everything. For some reason, our feed for our group page is not up. So I really apologize to anybody who is there that is trying to watch this. I'm refreshing and refreshing to see if it's. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're up. And so if you have any questions that you want to ask as it pertains to the show or anything, I guess if you want to say anything to me, just let me know and be more than happy to answer your questions. So the magazine is out. For those of you who have been checking out Livin in Vegas magazine, very cool edition, great articles in there, and there's one person in particular I'm going to mention right now. Her name is Gilda Graham, and Gilda is I wish I had a picture of her that I could show you. So Gilda is an actress. She's an author. She's a film maker, that kind of stuff, and she's also the head of our sales and business development. So she's our business and development director, and she's also in the magazine, which is great. So those two had nothing to do with each other. Gilda, we were asking people, hey, who would like to do this? And Gilda said, hey, I think I'd be kind of fun doing that. And she's done a lot of cool stuff like that. But so she's in the magazine. So read the article, if nothing else, to read about Gilda, because Gilda is a great lady and she's done some great stuff. Also, if you want to be an advertiser in our magazine, just send out information to info@livininvegas.com, or actually at advertising at livininvegas.com, and you can check that out. And she'll actually get a hold of you and talk to her and all that good stuff. Okay, all right. So a lot of stuff going on today. This first article we're going to talk about is the housing market. So the housing market here in Vegas is on fire. Yeah, folks. Housing here in Vegas, for those of you who've lived here for quite a while, and I've lived here since a long time ago, you've watched the price of homes just go up and up and up. And this is no different. And I keep hearing this dinging sound. What is that dinging sound? Oh, I know what it is. I'm going to close this. So you keep hearing that dinging sound. I know some of you are going, what is that dinging sound? So the median house price in Vegas has gone through the roof. It really has. We're actually at how much now? Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. $435,000. Oh my gosh, it's crazy, isn't it? The price just last year, $345,000. We went from $345,000 to $435,000. That's $90,000 more equity you have in your home, and that's crazy. I mean, it really is. And that's for a house, single story house. That's up 26%. Condos, same thing, $250,000, 243. So 243, and it's breaking all-time records in both those. So both those are just setting incredible records for housing here in Las Vegas. And so if you are a buyer, I mean, if you're a buyer of homes, probably not such a good idea. If you're a seller, though, on the other hand, you're jumping up and down. You're saying, hey, great, this is one of the best things that ever happened. And it has. So we are quickly getting to the point where it is, especially because now we have all these sports teams. So we have the Raiders, we've got the Aces, who we were talking about yesterday. We have the Vegas Golden Knights. We'll talk about them a little later in the broadcast. And it looks like we're going to get a baseball team. So we could get a baseball team. We could get a basketball team. And if we do, it's pretty much going to be impossible to buy a home here. So this is my suggestion to you. If you're listening to this broadcast, and I know a lot of you are, Okay, if you're on Facebook, you're on, on YouTube or something like that, I would buy a home right now. I would beg, borrow, steal, whatever you got to do. Buy a home because it's getting crazy, and the prices are not going down. They're just not. There was a time when you could probably say, hey, prices are going to go down, because really there was nothing here. We just had a lot of desert. But now we got the stuff. We got the Super Bowl coming in. We got the Pro Bowl. We just had the Pro Bowl. We had another All Star game. So we had the Shriners game. We had the NHL All Star game here, and then, like I said, we've got this Super Bowl coming up in 2024. Lights out, folks. Really are. So pretty crazy stuff. Something we're adding a little infrastructure here to the Vegas. I guess the what do they call it? The skyline or something like that. The Las Vegas Loop taking a big step under the strip in front of Resorts World. So the Las Vegas Loop, many of you have heard about this before. It's the Boring Company, Elon Musk's company, contracted with the city or the county to build a pipeline, basically an underground tunnel from the convention center to the airport, and it's really to alleviate traffic, that kind of stuff. From it's just down the street, folks. I hate to say that, but it is. It's just down the street, really. People in New York, they drive for miles to get from the airport to here in Vegas. It gets kind of congested on Paradise, but it's just to get guys there in fact closer. So the Las Vegas Loop project took a big step forward on Friday when the Boring Company, Elon Musk's company, brought its tunnel system under the strip to Resorts World. So that must have been some sight. I've actually got a picture of it, and we'll post this article on here so you can actually see it. The Las Vegas Loop is expected to connect resorts up and down the strip, extending to downtown, the Orleans, UNLV, and someday the airport. Okay, so someday it's going to get to the airport. Actually, when it first started, it was just supposed to go straight to the airport. Straight to the airport, that's it. But now it looks like they're going to connect all of the casinos up with this subway system that are going to have Tesla cars driving through back and forth. So it's very cool. But the first step beyond the Las Vegas Convention Center, where the system is already functioning, and it's that's cool. I mean, so I would love to see that thing because it's a massive digging machine. It's just a big screw, big chomping teeth, and it just kind of cuts everything down. So many of you heard about these athletes that are here in Vegas right now. Okay, a lot of athletes here in town. We've got UFC here. We've got we never even talk about soccer or golf here. We got that here all the time. So as a matter of fact, we have the PGA Tour here all the time, and they play over at TPC Summerlin, that kind of stuff. And Tiger Woods has his thing that comes out here. So we never even talk about that. Oh, gosh, we've got so much stuff going on in town. But just recently, we've had a rash of incidents with football players. And the most recent one, we never even talked about it because it just, it's not really our wheelhouse. But this is now. Alvin Kamara was on Saturday evidently got in a fight with a guy who tried to get into an elevator. The report says that Alvin Kamara and his entourage got on an elevator. A gentleman walked up and tried to get in the elevator with Kamara and his people. Kamara put his hand on the guy's chest. The guy removed Alvin Kamara's hand from his chest. Kamara stomped him, beat him up sufficiently to require the guy going and having surgery. That was Saturday. Sunday, Kamara played in the Pro Bowl, and then that day after the game, they put him in the Huskow. So they perp walk him in, and they said, "Hey, this was him." So the question is now, can these athletes handle Las Vegas? This is a question. This actually is a serious question, and it really should be taken very seriously, because there are a lot of things, there are a lot of distractions here, Let's just put it that way. A lot of distractions here in Las Vegas that can get you. They are. Now, for those of you who've lived here a long time, and that's me and you, most of the people who are listening to us here on Facebook have been here a long time. We're used to it. We're used to Vegas, and we're used to kind of what's going on in Vegas, that kind of thing. We Our thing is not hanging out down at the strip. We just don't do it. It's not our gig. But some people, that could be your gig. I mean, that could be your thing that you want to go down there and you just kind of. And if you are not wary of what's going on in Vegas, you could actually it'll get you. I mean, it really will. And I don't know what other way to say it. So that's the question with the folks over at the NFL. They need to start watching these guys and saying, "Hey guys, you've got to be wary of this stuff." You know what they should do? They should actually have a class. They should have a Vegas class, a class on Vegas, right? To try to get these guys to, and especially some of the new guys, some of the younger guys. We've had guys driving 100 miles an hour in their cars. Another guy, pulls a gun on somebody, and admittedly, it's happened with the football guys because right now it never happened with the aces. Okay, the women have never done it. Soccer guys have never heard any reports on it. The VGK, I've never heard any reports on it. So far, it's the football guys. Okay, but it's something that needs to be addressed. I think so. Um, so there's some Super Bowl parties this weekend. So the Super Bowl is this weekend. I hope you are all going to go out there and you're going to check it all out. So there are going to be some parties that are going to be out there, and we've got a list of parties, and we're really asking everybody who watches this broadcast, if if you have an event that's going on, send us a link to your event. Okay, there's tons of things going on. I would assume that most of the smaller bars, smaller pubs, that kind of stuff, are going to have events. But if you got a restaurant or something like that that's having a Super Bowl party, send it to us. Okay, send it to us at info@livininvegas.com. Info@livininvegas.com, and we'd love to crash it. We'll bring all of our friends down. We'll crash your party and tell everybody that how cool you are. We'll put it on Facebook and we'll do a Facebook Live thing or something like that. So the Black Tap Craft Burgers and Beers offering football fans Big Game Blitz package, including 4-course meal or a menu featuring unlimited snacks, wings, burgers, sandwiches, and crazy shakes. And so we'll leave a link to all of this stuff on our Facebook page. Who else is offering something? Brooklyn Bowl, Buddy V's, and a lot of these places are on the Strip. Cabo Wabo is at the Fiesta. Well, that'd actually be kind of fun. Caesars, of course, is having some cool stuff. Caesars is kind of pricey. $225 a person. I know, it's pretty expensive. Who else? Drea's, and that's actually we won't say anything. Encore's Lobby, and many, many more. There's a huge list of places. And once again, if you have an event that you're hosting at your place, let's say, and I think my friends over at Tenaya Creek are actually having something for Super Bowl. Okay, so any one of the breweries that's in town, we love all of our brewery buddies that are in town. As a matter of fact, we are having our first 3 happy hours at breweries in town. So we love the breweries, and we'd love to have you guys love them too. They are growing and in numbers. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to Audrey May, who is actually our beer correspondent at large. So, which means she has the delicate task and the tough task of having to go to all of these breweries on a weekly basis and taste testing all of their wares and stuff like that. Her and Mr. Shapiro. So, we love giving these guys as much prop as we can. So, a lot of events. So, if you've got an event coming up, let us know, and we will let everybody else know about it too. There's a place called Kappa Toys, and Kappa Toys started out as a, gosh, small little place over in the Container Park. So Container Park, and the girl who founded this company, her name is Lizzie Newsom. And so Lizzie, I don't have a picture of Lizzie up here. She took this place from being a little pop-up place in the Container Park downtown to now she's at inside the Fashion Show Mall on the Las Vegas Strip. And people are thinking, why would you do something like this? Well, it's because she says the numbers don't lie. People are interested in toys. They love toys, and the pandemic did not matter. People were buying toys, and I don't think they would because your kids are staying at home and stuff like that. So you're probably having to buy more and more toys. So, excuse me. Um, so we really encourage you folks, if you get a chance, go down to Cabo. Excuse me, yeah, Cabo Wabo, and not Cabo Wabo. Excuse me, Kappa Toys. Uh, and check this out. Check out some toy stuff because they've got some cool stuff. She said she started it because she was looking for one of her favorite toys as a kid, and she couldn't find it. So she went out looking for it, and then she ended up starting her own company, which is what a cool story. Cool story, don't you think? Before we run out of time, so this tonight, the UNLV Rebels are playing tonight. So you've got to, if you get a chance, check out the UNLV's game tonight. UNLV is playing tonight. The Vegas Golden Knights are coming off of their. They just won a couple of days ago before the All Star game, and now they are going on the second half of the season, and they're going to be playing. I think they're playing Edmonton tonight. Let me double check here. So they're playing, and you can see all of these events, folks, on our Facebook, on our website. On our website, you can go to up the corner. It says events. You can just drop down tab events. We've got all of the Vegas Golden Knights games on there. So, folks, you can definitely check out any of the games. They're playing tonight at Edmonton. They're playing up in Edmonton, so they're not playing over the fortress. You got to say it that way. I know people are going, why are you saying it that way? Because that's the way you say it. Just like you say the Death Star. That's the way you have to say that too. So the fortress and the Death Star. There's a difference. There's a little bit of a difference. But Vegas Golden Knights are in the lead in the Pacific Coast League, so the PCL. So they're leading right now. They're going into the second half of the season. Once again, the Vegas Golden Knights are having a stellar year. A stellar year. We had three guys on the All-Star team. Stone was his first year that the captain of our team was his first year as a All-Star, and I think we had Marcia So and who else did we have? Forgot. I'll remember. Very cool. So tonight, the UNLV game tonight though. If you go to the UNLV game tonight, they've got $2 beers. Yes, $2 beers. So you can watch it. They're going to live stream the game, or they're going to you can watch it at the Thomas and Mack and have $2 beers. So Miller Lite. So if you're into Miller Lite, I think you can probably stand it for one night drinking Miller Lite beer. But that's cool. You know what? Let's get to this other story too. We've got so much stuff. I'm going to skip around just a little bit because it is Valentine's weekend, folks. Once again, we talked about this. This is Valentine's week. And because it's Valentine's week, there are a lot of cool things that are going on. And you can go to certain places and actually get some special stuff that's going to be going on this week. Arizona Charlie's is going to be having a special menu at their sourdough cafe. Cabo Wabo, I know that's why I kept thinking Cabo Wabo. Cabo Wabo Cantina, located in the Miracle Mile Shops at Planet Hollywood. They're having Valentine's Day cocktails exclusively on February 14th. Some cool stuff. Things are Cosmo, Delmonico Steakhouse is going to have, wow, you can have some cool stuff at Delmonico's. Emeralds in New Orleans, at the New Orleans Fish House, which will be pretty cool. So many things. Ethel M's, which is traditionally very cool, so you can get a box of chocolates. Um, wow. So they're going to do this through the 14th, which is great. And Fresh 52 Farmers Market at Inspirada. Um, they're going to have theirs on February 10th, which is in 2 days. From 3 to 7, we'll host a strawberry festival. Well, well, well. Hash House Go Go, which is up over off of Rainbow and Sahara, celebrate Valentine's Day. They're going to have brunch specials, a heartthrob pancake, and a lover's mimosa, which will be cool. And so many others. And once again, we will actually put a link to all of this stuff, and you can check it all out. I mean, there's a really long list. And once again, if you have a business and you're doing anything, special that you want everybody to know about, sorry, my mustache is coming in. Let us know. Send us an email at info. Let's put that up there one more time because I know a lot of people are wondering. They're going, "Hey, sure, just put it up there." So our email once again is info@livininvegas.com. Info@livininvegas.com. And we will actually blast it out. We'll tell everybody about all the cool stuff that you're doing. We send out a daily email, so our daily newsletter goes out to all of our folks, and really, this is how you know your newsletter is doing well. Nobody is saying I don't want to receive it. Yeah, I've never gotten one person who said, "Hey, Sherman, we don't want to know what's going on in Vegas." Okay, we're not trying to sell anything. We're telling you who are on that newsletter that what's going on. You want to get on that newsletter and you can get all this stuff, folks, that we talk about on a daily basis. Send me your contact information. Info livininvegas.com, and you can check that all out. Do we have time? What do we have time for? Okay, I got time for a couple more things. So many of you know about. Let's move that out of the way. Okay. So many of you know that Nevada, is one of the rare places in North America where we have a lithium mine. And lithium, for those of you who don't know what lithium is used for electric cars, the batteries. And so we've got it's basically it's in northern Nevada, but it's kind of central Nevada. But there is also in that area that you can mine lithium. There is it's a flower, and the flower is called it's called a buckwheat flower. Is that what it's called? It's called Tim's buckwheat, and it's about so it's a wildflower, and so they're having a problem. They're saying either it's the battery or it's the flower, and the U.S. government said the flower is going to stay there because it's the only place in the world where this buckwheat is grown at. And so, for those of you who know Las Vegas or Nevada, we are very conscious about the habitat, that we don't disturb the habitat. We had a snail daughter fish that basically prevented man from going into that area where we actually have that snail darter fish. We've got tortoises, we've got donkeys, we got all kinds of stuff that lives here in the desert. They lived here before we did, and we're going to make sure that they're here long after we're gone. And so, being conservationists, the U.S. government said, "Look, you guys are going to have to figure this out so that you do not disturb this buckwheat bush." And the company that is, and the guy who owns the property says, "Hey, we'll work this out. It's not going to stop the plans that the company has for extracting this lithium." So, because we don't want to be dependent upon some other country to do all this stuff. Anyways, got so much more stuff going on, folks. I wanted to make sure. Also, let's say this. In the last minute we've got, California has lessened or is removing many of the mandates that they have for their mask mandates, as it pertains to COVID, and this might be a precursor to what they're doing here in Las Vegas. Okay, I'm just saying. Nobody is saying that it's going to happen yet, folks, but as California goes, Nevada generally does. Right now, Northern Nevada, up in Carson City, they're leaving it up to the parents in the schooling. Will that happen here in Southern Nevada? We'll find out. Anyways, we'll be back again tomorrow, folks, for another edition of Living in Vegas, the podcast. I'm your host, Sherman Ray. We'll see you again tomorrow, 8:30 in the morning, for Living in Vegas podcast. See you later. Bye-bye.